What's up, everybody? Feels bad here. And here we are in the Western Conference Finals. So, first, let's take a look at the important pieces that got us here in the first place. Some important things to note out once again is that the trade deadline acquisition of Evgeny Dadonov was a freaking steal. 6 goals and 4 assists for 10 points in 11 games. That man, beauty. He's a goddamn beauty. Raging Russian. Yeah, okay. If he wasn't Russian, I would have been embarrassed. Mikhail Bachland, who is actually normally more of a two-way, but now seems to be a really nice playmaker for Dadonov. So that second line, even with James O'Neill, is lethal. We got Marner here with 7 assists. I knew this would kind of happen. He is a pure playmaker. His shooting category is alright. He can score, but his 95 offensive awareness is just really why he's one of the best playmakers in the game. Paired with really starting to be a nice pairing between him and Johnny Hockey. You know, he's 26. He's getting to his prime, you know. Johnny Hockey's not the young kid anymore. He might be the next captain. We don't know. That would be interesting, but we'll see how that plays out. They both have 7 points, except Johnny Hockey has 4 goals and 3 assists. And their other line mate, Sean Monahan, that's 2 goals and he has 2 assists. So it's all right. It's really spread out scoring on this team. Vanek, who I thought was going to be more of a goal scorer, only has 3 assists. I mean, it is what it is. Elias Lindholm and Janikowski, I mean, they're not really netting much goals. It's all right. Giordano, I would have thought he would have had more assists, but he's just getting older, and this might be his last year for the Calgary Flames, so we got to go out with a bang. Gravel, he had 2 assists, I think, the whole regular season. I actually want to check that. I think he had 2 or 3 assists the whole regular season. He had 1 assist the whole regular season. Aaron has 1 assist in the playoffs, so he's already matched the whole 82 games. He matched the whole 82 games in the playoffs. You know what? He's a stud. Anyway, continuing down the line, I mean, our fourth line is just... We'll have to improve that for the future. Is what it is. Now, the real big piece of why we're here is Semyon Varlamov. I mean, he is playing out of his mind. And he's really going to have to continue. That pretty insane number, that nice number right there, the 962 save percentage and the 1.08 goals against, probably won't stick. And if we are going to punch a ticket into the Stanley Cup Finals, we're going to need him to stand on his head every game. Because we're going up against the Winnipeg Jets, who have a very lethal team. I mean, look at this first line. Patrick Laine, 0 goals. I guarantee he will have at least 2 or 3 goals in this series. Just my luck. Mark Scheifele, 91 overall. So 91-91, right? With 8 goals and 6 assists. And then they have Blake Wheeler, 91 overall, 4 goals and 6 assists. I mean, that's insane. And then they have this young kid, you know, nothing special, just a medium elite, 86 overall, 20 finish. Nice fin there. Two-way. Doesn't matter, though. He still finds a way to put pucks in the net with 4 goals and 6 assists. And then, I mean, yeah, their center depth is kind of weak, at least as far as their second line. But he's getting it done. He's got 2 goals and 8 assists. And then we have Kyle Connor, who's 5 goals and 4 assists. So their top 6 is very scary. And then we get into their depth, which is nothing to snuff at. Perot, Laurie, and Nikolai Ehlers. You know, nothing to snuff at here. And then their fourth line with Lemieux, Appleton, and I'm going to butcher his name. We're going to call him Pac-Man. And Pac-Man, I mean, that's kind of like our fourth line. But you just take a look at this team, and it's just like their forward core, especially their top six, is the reason why they got here. You could definitely see that. Their defense, Josh Morrissey, Dustin Byfuglien, Cody Ceci, Sami Niku, Dmitry Kulikov, and Tucker Pullman. Their bottom sit, like, Pullman's a weak defenseman. He's probably worse than Gravel. Yeah, he's got no points. Gravel has an assist. Like, get on Gravel's level. Pretty solid defense there. Not as overwhelming as San Jose's, so it's going to be completely different. Instead of having the studs on the back end, they have the studs up front. And as far as goaltending goes, Hellebuyck is now a 90 overall. Damn, I thought he was going to be like an 87. Nope, just our luck. He is 90 overall with a .933 save percentage. So that's still pretty good, especially in the playoffs. And then they have 82 overall, Eric Comrie. But that's still pretty good in the playoffs. The American Dream, net in between the pipes for them. So, I mean, if you compare it to our team, they definitely have the upper hand, I think. I mean, let's say Johnny Gaudreau matches Line A. Monahan's not necessarily at Scheifele's level yet. I don't think he will be. And he's not getting the same amount of points. So it's just like he's a little bit worse, a little bit of a downgrade. Marner, I mean, our first line can compete with them. Let's say Line A matches Gaudreau, and then it's just like these two kind of are just a little bit worse. Blake Wheeler is a power forward and not a playmaker like Marner. But still, I think we have... Our first line can compete with them. I just think their first line is insane. Our second line, I mean, Dadonov, the way Dadonov's playing like an 88 overall. James the real deal Neal. I mean, he's the real deal. Overall, doesn't matter for him. And Bachman's better than Little. But their second line definitely beats ours. And I'd say our third line beats theirs and our fourth line beats theirs. So that's really going to be key for us, is that our depth scoring. Because if we can contain their top six with our top six and hope that our depth scores, I think that's really what we have to kind of do in this series, or kind of hope for. I would say our defense is a little bit better, because Hannafin's better than Byfuglien and Giordano's better than Josh Morrissey. Brody and Hamonic are better than Ceci and Niku. And Valimaki, I think, matches the other guy down there. And then Gravel's a freaking legend, so we haven't beat there. Overall, they have us beat at goaltending. However, if Semyon Varlamov can continue to play the way he's been playing and putting the Calgary Flames on his back, we could see ourselves in the Cup Finals in year 2, which would be freaking insane. But enough talking. We got to get into it, boys. I know, I'm scared. I'm going to take a sip of my iced tea for good luck. We'll see if it's good luck. So, I mean, I wouldn't say we've had an easy run so far to the conference finals, but it's definitely been. I mean, like with the Blues, we just had to worry about Tarasenko, right? With San Jose, we had to worry about their defense, so which I think is a little bit harder. So 1 stud, 3 studs on the back end. And now I have to deal with a lot more studs. So it gets progressively harder, as you would imagine, in the playoffs. Here we go. First period of Game 1. We are in Winnipeg. It is the whiteout. Everyone is cheering on the Jets. But come on, let's upset the fans here. First period. There we go. Kyle Connor gets one, but then Dadonov and James the real deal Neal. What am I telling you? These boys are the real deal. So we take a 3-1 lead. What's going on with the Actually, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to call it the American Dream. Second period. All right, we get one, and then they get one. So Valimaki, I think that's his first goal of the playoffs. Good for the kid. That's what you like to see. And Brian Little getting that's one on Varlamov. We're going to slow us in the third. The routine's in place of Varlamov. The way you've been playing, I think you'll be able to hold them off. But don't give them power plays. I can only imagine their power play percentage. I should have looked at that. It's probably insane. 5 minutes to go here, boys. Just shut him out. Come on, Varlamov. I know you can do it, buddy. Power play. There we go. Mitchell Marner gets an empty netter. And then Lowry scores. But good game one. We get the early series lead by getting the first game. And what really helped is that we got 3 goals in the first period. That was the difference maker. So our second line. By the way, I know I messed up by saying difference maker because I couldn't speak. Our second line carried us a little bit in that game. Now I'm looking toward the first line. All right? I know you're going to be contained by that first line. But in game 2, we really need you to help us out a little bit more, boys. So come on. Here we are in Winnipeg again. The whiteout again. The fans are upset after the result of game 1. Can we march into Winnipeg again and get an early lead in the first period? So first period. No, we don't. The Fantastic Finn gets an early one for his club. What can I say? Those Fantastic Finns. Second period. Okay. They get another one, but our depth. Janikowski scores, and Monahan, our first line, scores. So we brought it back. Shots are pretty much even. Power play for the Jets. I need a hero, boys. No, don't give them power plays because their power play... No, it's insane. No, we just can't do that. Come on, boys. Oh, it's the American Dream. It's a goalie battle right now. It is a goalie battle. With 37 shots after the end of regulation and 31 shots from us after the end of regulation, it is a goalie battle. So who is going to win the goalie battle? Come on, Varlamov. Overtime, slow sim. I'm so thirsty. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. 12 minutes left. I need a hero, boys. And Brian Little gets one. Okay. You know what? I'm happy with that. We split the series on the road. You're not in trouble until you lose at home. This next game is big. First game in front of our home fans. This is a big game. So come on, boys. We need to be firing on all cylinders here. Here we go. First period. 1-1. Okay. James the Real Deal Neal starts it off, and then the fourth line, Lemieux, scores. All right, we are outshooting them by a large margin, 17-7. So come on, boys. Prove it for the fans, all right? The people of Calgary have been wanting another successful team for decades. Come on, boys. Second period. There we go. James the Real Deal Neal again. He is lighting it up. He can taste it. After losing to the Washington Capitals in the finals, and then losing to the when he was on Nashville, losing to the Pittsburgh Penguins in the finals, he wants to get back and finally win that ring. Well, he might have won with Pittsburgh. That's beside the point. He wants to win again. He can taste it. He is a vet. He knows what it takes to get there. And Monahan, again, proving himself to be a first-line center. So we're going to slow sim the third. We are still heavily outshooting them. There we go. I cannot pronounce your name. Brian Little again. Okay. Of all the scorers they have on that team, why is Brian Little the freaking sniper? Power play for the boys. Can't get it done. 5 minutes left. Shots are 40-25. We are almost doubling their shots. Oh, okay. Blake Wheeler scored late, but we held it off for the victory in Calgary. This is getting scary, though. Every game, Varlamov has let in 3 goals. So we just have to get more than 3 and we'll win the game. Because Varlamov, you know, he's starting to peter out here. He's getting tired. So we got to help him out a little bit more. The man has worked so hard for us. So with an opportunity to go up 3-1 in this series at home, this is exactly what you want. Come on, boys. We can punch our ticket here. Please, boys. First period. 0-0. Shots are 12-11. Alright, this one looks like it's going to be a goalie battle here. Unless it opens up in the second. Come on, boys. Do it for the fans of Calgary. Second period. 0-0. Yep. This is a goalie battle. This is definitely a freaking goalie battle. Alright, boys. We're going to slow sim the third. There we go. Doobie on the 4th line. Nets his first. And is it his first playoff goal? Well, at least of this year. I don't know if it's his whole career. We'll have to check afterward. Or we won't. We probably won't check afterward. I mean, good for Doobie, though. Come on, Varlamov. This is a game. I stand corrected. I'm sorry for doubting you, Varlamov. In a game that I said going into it that he's been carrying us, and he's getting tired and getting worn out, he says, you know what? GM feels bad. Get the hell out of here. I am fresh and ready to go. And he gets us a key shutout. Boys, we are 1 win away from the Cup Finals. Come on, boys. We are going back into the whiteout. It's a tough place to play. It's loud. The fans are crazy. But come on, boys. Oh, boy. Come on, boys. I can feel it. First period. 0-0. Shots we're out shooting them 7-4, so it's still close. Second period. 0-0. We are still out shooting them by 7. Come on, boys. What? I need a hero, and we can net ourselves a chance. Power play! Can't get it done. We can net ourselves a chance to the Stanley Cup Finals. Varlamov is carrying us, all right? We have to win this for him. He is putting everything he has out there. Power play, no! Okay, we're going overtime. We're out shooting them 29-21. Boys, I need a hero. We could be going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Come on, boys. Who's going to be my hero? It is going to be Thomas Vanek! Thomas Vanek! After I called him out for saying in the beginning of the video that he wasn't scoring, he gets one where I most need it, and he nets the Calgary Flames a trip to the Stanley Cup Finals, baby. I think that $1 million for 1 year was worth it just for that goal. Thomas Vanek, you absolute freaking beauty. Absolute beauty. All right, we are going to sim to see. Who's gonna win this one? Boston's up 3-2 against Pittsburgh. Please don't let me play Pittsburgh. I really don't want to play Pittsburgh. No, I really don't want to play Boston either, but I guess I'd rather play Boston. It looks like Pittsburgh won. Yeah. Oh god, they're going to Game 7 here. Okay, who's it gonna be? It's fucking hell. It's gonna be the Pity Penguins. James Neal, can he in the second time around, can he beat the Penguins in the Stanley Cup Finals? We'll see in the next one. I'll talk about all the entertaining stuff. We'll go over the points again. We'll go over who the Pittsburgh Penguins have picked up from the street and put freaking a jersey on and decided to play on their team next to Crosby and made amazing because of Crosby in the next one. So, boys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you want. Not going to force you. And